If you watch me play.
If you watch me play, I will show you passion, teamwork, athleticism. If you watch me play, I will show you
Intensity.
a desire to win. Focus.
If you watch me play.
Domination. I will show you
Flair.
The pure essence of basketball.
passion.
If you watch me play.
Watch me play. Watch me
Focus.
intensity. I am only as good as my team.
Teamwork.
Power.
A desire to win.
To win.
I would do whatever it takes to be a champion.
I will show you.
If you watch me play.
If you watch me play.
Here in the Queen City, Charlotte Coliseum is the place to be tonight. It's the site of the Women's National Championship. Come on in, join us, and the expected 23,000 in an arena drenched with tension and expectation. The team's faithful await a clash that will showcase the sport's finest. It's an atmosphere highlighting acrobatics on a dramatic stage. Tonight, the Lady Bulldogs of Georgia, looking for their very first national championship, take on the Lady Vols of Tennessee, seeking their fourth national title. The floor leader for Tennessee, Michelle Marciniak, coming off a 21-point semifinal performance. And for Georgia, keep an eye on their queen, Sadia Roundtree. She had 26 in their win over Stanford. Hello again.
Championship event. When these teams met earlier in the year, an unbelievable statistic with Tennessee getting 63 rebounds to 30 for Georgia and yet losing the game. I don't think I have ever seen anything like that, Ann.
And Tennessee had an 8-point lead at halftime. And the story behind that is, though, that on Saturday, Tennessee had played Connecticut, lost in that game, a big game, which they had lost their home winning streak. Then that night, Pat Summitt had food poisoning, and they had a snowstorm, got snowed in, could not leave Sunday, all snowed in Sunday, didn't watch tapes, didn't practice. And then Monday morning, they were still snowed in. Got out Monday afternoon.
Off two #1 seeds on his way to the championship game. This year's Naismith Coach of the Year, and brings his team in at 28-4. After you've knocked off.
Junior from Hampton, Virginia, number 00, Lakeisha Brett. Shamiqua Holtzclaw. At forward for the Lady Bulldogs, a 5'8" junior from Houston, Texas, number 25, Kedra Holland. At forward for the Lady Vols, a 6'3" junior from Charlestown, Indiana, number 52, Abby Coughlin. At center for Georgia, a 6'3" junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 33, Tracy Henderson. At center for Tennessee, a 6'4" sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 4, Tiffany Johnson. At guard for Georgia, a 5'7" senior from Anderson, South Carolina, number 10, Sadia Roundtree. At guard for Tennessee, a 5'6" senior from Winchester, Tennessee, number 5, Latina Davis. At guard for the Lady Bulldogs, a 5'8" junior from Decatur, Tennessee, number 11, Rachel Powell. And at guard for the Lady Bulls, a 5'9" senior from Macungie, Pennsylvania, number 3, Michelle Marciniak. Introducing the head coaches for Georgia, Andy Landers. And for Tennessee, Pat Summitt.
Tournament. The last win in the semifinals after knocking off Louisiana Tech, the #1 team in the country. And then they beat Stanford here 2 nights ago, 86-76, holding opponents to only 21% from long range. For the Lady Vols, Connecticut was the dramatic game here in the semifinals in overtime, but the only reason they got in was a remarkable comeback against Virginia, played on the Cavaliers' home floor in Charlottesville. The tip controlled by Georgia. Rachel Powell is number 11. Picked up by Holtzclaw.
It's a good matchup with Holtzclaw because it really distracts Powell, not quite as tall as far as passing that ball inside.
Brett down the lane with a left hand. win, and Georgia has the first two. Lakeisha Frett, the junior from Hampton, Virginia.
This Georgia team loves to penetrate. Andy Lander said before the game, we are going to penetrate in the half court and in the full court. We'd like to get the running game going, keep the tempo up.
Tina Davis got a nice screen, but couldn't use it. This is Marciniak. Dumps it off, but before the basket, we have a pushing foul.
Bid for getting into the tournament, and Tennessee ended up winning the SEC conference.
Contrast between these teams is when you watch Georgia on offense, they seem very freelance as Holtzclaw scores down the baseline. Tennessee seems far more structured.
Well, Pat Summitt's always in control, that's for sure.
Powell outside with Frett. She goes right by again, beating Conklin down the lane, the basket and the foul.
A lot of people think that those Georgia Lady Bulldogs just play freelance. They have set plays, and a lot of times they clear out that left side and let their players go one-on-one because they are so gifted. You see Lakeisha Frett, she needs a big game from them, and you see Sadia Roundtree getting excited also.
Here's where she had trouble in the semifinals. She had missed only 11 free throws all year long. In the semifinals, she missed 6, even though she's an excellent shooter.
88% coming into the tournament.
Holtzclaw had it tipped away. Roundtree comes up with a loose ball. Marciniak gets a hand on it, and Marciniak ahead of the field. Michelle Marciniak. That's a 4-point play.
Well, the big thing for Tennessee, they had 23 turnovers against Georgia in that last game. Georgia only 14. Tennessee's got to take better care of the basketball in this game.
Henderson gets the lob, but she traveled.
Nice lob inside to Henderson. Just doesn't get her balance. A little shove right there by Tiffany Johnson. Loses the balance and gets called for the travel.
Holtzclaw gets it ahead. Davis. Very quick. Tries a spin move in the lane. Got it back. Missed again. Roundtree has only touched the ball once so far. And that's the whole idea, is not let her get it in the first place with Tina Davis trying to front her. That was Davis who went down. Marciniak on Holland. Shot clock at 10. Holland for 3. Holtzclaw with a rebound.
By keeping the ball out of Roundtree's hands, it's forcing Holland to pick up the slack, and also Powell. They're going to force him to take the shots.
Roundtree averaged 17 points a game during the year, but 21 in the NCAA. She has been just spectacular. Holtzclaw leans into one from 19. Shamiqua Holtzclaw has 4, and the Lady Vols up by 1. Henderson guarded by Charlotte's own Tiffany Johnson. Pull-up jumper. Nice-looking shot by Tracy Henderson, who's been on fire in the NCAA tournament, averaging 18 points. Marciniak, nice move to beat the pressure.
Look for Tennessee to continue to penetrate towards this defense and work the ball to get inside to their post players and off the dribble.
Conklin with a good head fake and got the bounce. An excellent outside shooter, too, despite her 6'3" size.
This Georgia team, we said, likes to run, keep it up tempo, but Tennessee is a team that can also run.
Frett doesn't get the roll this time, and the rebound to Tiffany Johnson.
Coming into this game, the Lady Vols want somebody else to beat them, not Sadia Roundtree.
Marciniak, nice pull-up jumper. What, does this remind you of Tennessee against Connecticut the other night?
Back and forth.
Air ball, Henderson tries to save and does to Frett. Frett, nice dish inside. Georgia can't convert though. Holtzclaw gets it out to Marciniak. Look at Roundtree trying to get in front of her and does. And Marciniak just outran the ball.
Great hustle by Roundtree to get back. She worked hard to try and cut the dribble off.
Holland, good outside shooter. That's a 3. You can see Roundtree coming back on defense. She put it in that 5th gear to catch up to Marciniak.
That's why Georgia is so tough to guard. Roundtree doesn't take any rest. She keeps the pressure on you.
Trying to trap Tennessee outside of the 1 turnover has done very good against this pressure defense. This pressure sometimes doesn't show up until the second half. Davis. Nice clear out in the rebound to Frett. Ahead to Holland. Couldn't get her body under control as she walked.
Made a tremendous commitment to women's basketball. We've got some great coaches that have been here a long time, and that adds up to success.
Well, also with success, you have great vision and leadership.
Well, we've tried to work at it. We've built a great women's program. We've got a great program across the board in all of our sports. We hope to continue that in the future.
Hey, thanks for stopping by with us. Mike?
3-second violation.
Looked like they went into a little bit of a matchup, and Andy Landers called it in that Stanford game. I don't think we saw it, but he said the players looked at him like, what? Because he hasn't played his own in about 10 years.
Roundtree with the off-balance shot, but she does get the foul.
To send herself to the free throw line, she was 9 of 9 against Connecticut.
She scored well in that first meeting, but shot only 5 out of 20.
In the 4 losses that they had, she did not shoot the ball well.
That was her first point of the night. Lady Dogs up by 1.
And she can score a lot of points for you, but the thing is, the shot selection. Where is the shots going to come from? And are they good shots as far as within the realm of the offense?
Marciniak and now Kelly Jolly in the backcourt. Holdsclaw, tough shot off the baseline. Henderson gets it out to Roundtree. They have numbers. Roundtree in the middle. Nice anticipation by Jolly.
Holland was hanging out there on the wing, waiting for the three-point shot. Did not see Kelly Jolly coming down. It was too long a pass.
Well, Roundtree had an arm stuck in there and didn't get a call. And Tiffany Johnson with a little baby hook. Roundtree doesn't get the roll on this one either. Fleck with a rebound. And the foul.
Stepping up her game in this game, I compare her to the Scottie Pippen of the NBA, just the way she's built, those long arms. She's just so fluid, and she's a tough game. She looks like she really wants this game and to be the player that's really involved in what's going on.
She already has 8 points, and as a junior, she's the number 8 all-time rebounder and number 10 all-time scorer. Passion Thompson left alone against the press and scores. Her first 2.
2 things that both teams have to work on. Georgia is very conscious of Tennessee as far as their rebounding, and Tennessee has to get back on transition defense because of the way Georgia runs.
Marciniak to Davis. Nice skip past the Holdsclaw. Excellent defense by Georgia, but a foul on the double team. Georgia's hit 50%, Tennessee 77. Johnson, offensive rebound. Bush, number 30, is in for Georgia.
In the
She
game,
had a big semi.
I'm sorry, Mike. In the game in January that Georgia won, they shot the ball less than Tennessee, and one of the reasons being Tennessee getting second and third opportunities.
Shot clock did not reset because it didn't hit the rim. Down to 7. Davis, who can create her own shot, does, but missed it.
Good defense by Georgia. Latina Davis has taken 2 shots from around three-point range. She is not a three-point shooter. She likes to come off that high screen, and they're letting her take those shots.
She had only taken 4 all year long. Here's a runner that doesn't go, but another foul. Roundtree around the screen. And we've got a pushing foul. Well, you just watch them shoving each other. This is going to be a very physical game. Roundtree lost. And Roundtree
Grew up playing against the guys down in South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, down on the asphalt, and she knows that that helped make her a better player.
tied at 14, 12:44 to go first half. Conklin back in the ball game. Marciniak slapping her hand. She wanted the ball. 3-pointer. She didn't shoot them well in practice today. Offensive foul, Holdsclaw, and a foul.
The outside shot, but watch Holdsclaw go to the offensive boards. This is where Georgia is getting hurt as far as second and third opportunities, but Holdsclaw is very quick to the boards. At 6'2", she's strong. She's got a knack for getting the ball.
Second foul call on that last play on Ann Portskoff, and she'll have to sit down. Another three-point play. The Lady Vols up by 3. Pam Irwin is a good outside shooter. Hit some big threes in that first meeting. Roundtree hasn't found the range yet.
Tennessee went back into that zone, and they were looking for the trap out of it, and it confused the offense for Georgia.
Passion Thompson with a nice 15-footer. She has 4. And Tennessee's up by 5.
at Summit mixing up the defenses.
Roundtree looking for a screen. She takes the three. Beautiful rotation and drained it.
What a clutch shot. It's the time they needed it, too, and Mrs. Roundtree liking it.
Jeanette enjoying every second of this one. Cuts the lead down to 2. Good position inside for Thompson. She creates the
foul trouble. We're going to see Roundtree coming up high, and against that zone defense, she's able to take that outside shot. We know that she can hit the outside shot. She'd rather penetrate, but she'll take what she needs.
It's a 2-shot foul. Standing there with your hands on your hips. Thompson trying to give the team a 3-point lead, and does. 11:34 to go first half. Tennessee on top of Georgia by 3.
Side defense helping out, and Tennessee knows that they cannot stop Saudi Roundtree. She's going to score points, but they want to force other people to take shots.
The one shot she did hit was a 3 from the top of the circle. Irwin's a good outside shooter.
Roundtree also has to take a lot of shots for this team to win.
Roundtree tried to get it in the lane, lost it. Tina Davis comes out for Tennessee and waits on Marciniak.
Tennessee will collapse in that defense when the penetration is there, but they really have to key in also on the 3-point shooters that Georgia has.
Nice screen by Irwin. Marciniak couldn't hit it, but an offensive rebound. Conklin turnaround jumper. Irwin with a rebound for Georgia.
Right now, the advantage is going to Tennessee because they're really hitting the offensive boards against this Georgia team, getting second shots.
Having a tough time against the zone right now. There's Roundtree, top of the key again. Missed that wide open 3. Bush with an offensive rebound. Nice step in.
Big time rebound by Latrice Bush. And Georgia needs to get as many offensive rebounds as they can. Tennessee is going to key in on blocking Henderson out. Fred is also out of the game right now, but they've got to key on blocking those 2 players out. But you can't lose sight of the perimeter players that Georgia has.
Shot clock at 9. Thompson's got some range on that shot. 2-point shot that time for Renee Laxton, the freshman from Oneida, Tennessee. And what a job by Marciniak just to get in the way and bluff Roundtree. Little spin, shot wouldn't go. Marciniak kept it alive. It's out of bounds to Tennessee.
The pass that teams like to let her go right. She knew that she had the advantage, but she didn't have the angle. She came in too much straight onto the board and couldn't use it.
And I think it was because of Marciniak. You could see her fade away just at the end and destroy that angle. Henderson misses one from 4 feet, point blank. Roundtree cuts off the fast break.
Andy Landers said coming into this game, it's no secret that we are not a good rebounding team, but that's going to be a key for us. 1 is we have to hit the boards, and 2, keep Tennessee off the offensive boards.
Well, he said in the first game we were out-rebounded by 160. I know he's exaggerating, but it must have seemed like it.
Well, it's looking that way now.
Nice ball movement to get it inside. 6 points for Conklin. A 3, an air ball, rebound to Thompson. Fight for it. Hardly the number she had in the semifinal. 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. And a reach.
Tiffany Johnson starting in North Carolina against Connecticut and against Georgia. As a freshman coming in, the other 2, Sheila Frost and Bridget Gordon.
Maybe the biggest play of her life was near the end of the Connecticut game when she got a fingertip on Jennifer Rosati's 3-pointer. It would have tied it again.
The one thing I like about that, too, Mike, is how both players handled it with class and gave each other credit.
Well, there was a lot of class in that game, wasn't there?
It really was. It was a great game to watch.
Marciniak didn't have the angle, so she brings it back out to Latina Davis. We're down to 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Johnson, turnaround jumper, didn't get the roll. What a rebound by Davis. just snatched it out of there.
At 5-6, what a great rebound. She had a big rebound against Connecticut, too, for a putback. And you can't beat those when you got big-time rebounders just going after the basketball.
Excellent defense by Irwin. Gets the steal. Roundtree had the numbers and pulled up the 20-footer.
And this is what Tennessee wants. If they can get a defensive rebound, they'll push it back up the floor to make Georgia come back and play deep.
Coach Paul gets it into Laxton. 4 for Brene Laxton, and it's 28-19.
Tennessee doing a good job going inside against this Georgia defense. I think it's an SEC crowd. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And right now, the Tennessee folks are the only ones that are yelling. And here's a travel call on Fret. And Pat Summitt, just look at the records. I guess if you could compare Pat Summitt's tenure at Tennessee to anyone in the men's game, it would probably be Dean Smith. The records look like a misprint.
Well, no question. And Gino Auriemma had stated that the championship game last year was much more rewarding in beating Tennessee because of the image that Pat has in the game and how many people respect her. She started coaching at Tennessee when she was 22 years old. Thought she'd get married, become a school teacher. Well, she got married and had a little...
Fouls on Brene Laxton. That's her first. It is the team's 6th. From now on, will be in the bonus for both clubs.
You could say Pat Summitt's still a teacher, though.
Oh, absolutely. To me, that's the essence of coaching. Holland, Tennessee with a lot of defensive pressure. Fret, who got off to an early start, hadn't touched the ball very much, gets it back this time, and Lakeisha Fret now has 10.
Georgia likes to run the left side of the court because they can come back in the middle of somebody like Lakeisha Fret, right-handed.
Georgia's zone.
When they come out of a timeout, that's when Andy Landers calls the zone and the type of defense that they're going to play.
Coach calling a corner. Shot clock down to 5. Laxton had it blocked. Got it back. Got it back again. 3 shots at it. Laxton couldn't get it down.
Big-time blocks. One of the reasons that Georgia goes into that zone is to try and change some looks so Tennessee has to adjust offensively.
Rhett, are you feeling it, Evil? Rhett has a dozen. Roundtree on the bench right now for Andy Landers, and Rhett is carrying the load. Fret with another rebound, and then lost it.
She had it, but she sure. Here you see the great hustle. The ball does go out of bounds, but great athletic ability. She came up with a big block earlier, too.
Probably the nicest compliment she could be paid. There are the numbers on Lakeisha Fret from her coach, Andy Landers, when he said she was the most fundamentally sound player he'd ever coached.
Now she just pick up things, and the 5-second call. Good defense by Georgia, but court. Get herself back into it. She loves Showtime. We've seen her perform, but so has Marciniak.
Marciniak, great anticipation. Again, that's her second big steal on just knowing what was going to happen. Marciniak has 6.
Mental mistake by Georgia. Very lackadaisical pass. Telegraphed it.
Marciniak had never been known for her defense, according to the Tennessee folks, but she has gone over 100 steals this year, only the 4th player ever to do that. Henderson, turnaround jump shot, she has 4.
Henderson had a big game against Stanford, 17 points and 6 rebounds, and was in foul trouble and fouled out of that game. Her 9th time she's fouled out.
Room outside, so Tennessee has an opportunity at a 3, and Abby Conklin, who is a 40% long-range shooter, takes advantage of it. Give her 5 points on the night and leads back to 8. Right now it's zone against zone, and Fret has proven to be unstoppable here in the first half. She has 14.
Andrew Landers has said all year long that we are a good shooting team, also from 3-point range. And sometimes teams haven't respected that, but they've proven over and over that they can shoot the ball.
Davis with an air ball from 3-point range. Thompson with a follow. Rebound to Henderson. And boy, Henderson is critical for Georgia.
He's got to stay in big-wise as far as getting some rebounds and also being a defensive player to change shots inside.
Holland got trapped and threw it away. Marciniak, steal by Powell. Nice defense. Powell for three. Holland with a long rebound.
It is definitely up-tempo.
Holland lost it. Got it back. Fred just inside the three-point line. Boy, is she on fire. 16 for Fred. She's hit 6 out of 9 from the floor.
We had a chance to see Sonia Roundtree against Connecticut just be on fire in the first half for Georgia, and now it's turned around and Fred, somebody's stepping up.
33-29. Thompson tries to drive the baseline, kicks it out instead. Conklin for three. 2 in a row.
Conklin had 11 points all in the second half in that Connecticut win, and none of them were three-pointers.
Pat Summit helping the officials do a little housekeeping.
She is there.
6:29.
Well, we saw that housekeeping. Little white snowballs all out on the floor before the game.
The mascot for Tennessee had a fake mascot for Georgia, slam dunked it and stuffed one anywhere. Lakeisha Fred, the one-man offense for Georgia. She has 18 of their 31. She had 22 in the semis. But boy, does she have the stroke going right now. Nearly a steal. Davis, tough pass inside. They're going to call Henderson for a...
Look at Fred, just one-on-one against Conklin. She is feeling it. She's got the stroke down, and we saw her go inside and know that she can take it outside, too. Keisha Fred started playing basketball. Her dad was in the military, and she was a military brat and was bored to death and just had to keep her...
The free throw from Thompson, who leads this team in both free throws attempted and made this year, and is a 71% shooter. Fred has hit 8 out of 10. The rest of the team 5 out of 16. Talked about her stepping up and carrying the team. Now she's got some help from Roundtree, who looked good on that jumper and has 6.
Oh, she is open, too. She made herself on a one-on-one situation. She is great at creating space between the defense.
If they both get hot, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch. Conklin, who's been shooting very well during the tournament. Offensive rebound doesn't go. Tennessee just killing Georgia on the boards. Good hustle by Johnson.
Holsclaw is just an animal right now underneath the board. She is going hard to the basket. And the thing that makes her tough underneath on the offensive board, she doesn't just grab it all the time, she'll tip it.
Holsclaw missed that shot. Here comes Roundtree. Jolly trying to catch her from behind. Holland, nice head fake. Nice play by Kedra Holland, the junior from Houston, Texas. Good outside shooter.
What Holland likes to do is set up behind the three-point range, and they look to get her that ball in the corner, which Roundtree did. But she makes nice pump fake, and she's going to have to do that more.
Jolly with a great pass to Tiffany Johnson. She has 6. Don't forget the Lee Jeans halftime report. Coming up, Robin Roberts will be along to update you on everything. Here's a 3 from Saudia Roundtree.
Well, I think, too, she's got Kelly Jolly on her and feels that she can go right at her.
That's a 2. My apology. 40-37.
Sometimes when you're that type of offensive player and you see what defense is on you, you just feel you can take anybody. Roundtree is on Holsclaw. We saw Roundtree stop Starboard. Can she do it against Holsclaw?
Johnson, in spite of the double team, scores. She has 8. The lead's back to 5. Roundtree looking for the last shot of the half. And she'll take a 3. Marciniak. 2.4 seconds to go. Coming up, the Lee Jeans halftime report. Roundtree lost it on the way in, and that's the end of the first half. Roundtree reached the half of the national championship game. Tennessee over Georgia by 5. Let's go to Robin Roberts.
All right, Mike, joining Mimi and myself
in the second half.
She had 8, but as you said, Lakeisha Frett really had a fine first half. She had 18 points to keep the Lady Bulldogs in it.
I think the reboundings were also a factor. Only 14 rebounds for Georgia and 23 for Tennessee.
Holesclaw, excellent penetration. The lead grows to 7. Holesclaw has 9. Frett couldn't get her shot. Roundtree Davis pumping her at every opportunity. Shot clock at 6.
You can see the double team and making her spin. And when you make that spin, you want to take your shot. And what's happening, Tennessee is dropping back off the spin and getting good defensive position, which means she has to continue her dribble and spin back out of there.
Tennessee using a lot of hands on defense, too. Holdsclaw dumps it back to Johnson. Good skip pass to a wide-open Latina Davis.
And that's a big bucket for Davis. She was 0 for 5 in the first half. Really worked hard on defense. And Georgia forced her to take shots that were out of her range. She stepped back into the 12-foot range.
See if the it was Henderson's basket, obviously. First half stats. Tennessee with that big rebounding advantage. Again, they got 10 more shots from the floor and 13 points off their bench.
They had 13 offensive rebounds to only 14 altogether for Georgia. And the bench, Pat Summitt knew coming in would have to be a key. They did not perform in the last time they played in January, and she felt that they really would have to be productive. Also, Brene Latson did not play in that game. She was out with a hip stress fracture.
Both teams becoming more and more aggressive on defense. Davis can't get the roll on this. Offensive rebound to Tiffany Johnson. Tiffany Johnson has 10. And once again, a 9-point lead for Tennessee.
There you see Fred coming out on defense and Passion Thompson getting the big board for Tennessee, which they have just controlled all Georgia. Those post players have to pick up some kind of rebounding for their teammates.
Marciniak with a rebound off of Henderson's miss. Couldn't hit a 10-footer in the lane.
A lot of people didn't expect too much from Tennessee this year. They lost 5 seniors. Al Brown came into the coaching staff. They were young with Holesclaw. She really was, nobody knew anything about her, but the team has just pulled together.
Conklin is 3 for 3 from downtown. She has 11, and Tennessee has its biggest lead. Roundtree trying to take it on herself. Rolls it over the rim. Pat Summitt up and calling out what she wants in this set. Great start to the second half for the Lady Vols. Marciniak for 3. That would have been a killer.
It is with Davis there.
Latina Davis got the loose ball. She's fouled by Holland.
Nice pass inside to Conklin. She just steps right back out behind the three-point line. She has played a lot of post position, a lot of defensive post also, but this is where I think she's been.
She's hit 3 out of 3. And Latina Davis, who's a 72% free throw shooter.
Really come through 4 of 6 from the floor.
Davis misses them both. Offensive rebound, Holdsclaw. Davis gets it back. She missed. Frett with a rebound.
The 2 seniors that have played very, very well for their team, Saudi Roundtree and Latina Davis, struggling as far as scoring points.
Frett knocked away by Marciniak. Davis gives it back to her. Waits for Roundtree to go by and hits the shot. Michelle Marciniak has 8, and it's a 14-point lead.
And Marciniak is having a great championship game and tournament.
3 out of the corner will not go. Marciniak ahead of the pack. Bush trying to catch her. She can't, but Henderson was there.
She may have missed that, but give credit to Tennessee as far as Marciniak releasing an Abby Conklin senior down court. As Mimi Griffin said at halftime, Georgia is not getting any fast break points. No layups inside.
Bush, offensive foul. First ever cross-sectional all-sports national award for both men and women in the NCAA. These are the current standings. And, of course, Stanford, one of our participants, in the Final Four in second place right now. Tennessee with a 14-point lead and the ball. Holdsclaw forced that one from 15. Rebound to Roundtree, and she pushes. Nice pass. Excellent fast break as Henderson finishes it off.
Great hustle by Henderson to get back down court, help her teammate out.
And Roundtree could have easily taken the shot. She certainly hasn't been a selfish play. Well, Fred's going to get out on Conklin now after she hit 3 for 3 from long range. Foul is going to be on Holland. She says, I never touched her.
Georgia finally gets a fast break going off a defensive rebound, and they have not created a lot of steals off their defense to get some penetration, but a nice lead pass to Henderson, good control to finish it off. And that's what Georgia really needs to do in the second half, is pick up the intensity on their defense and create turnovers, create steals, try and get things going, because it's like a...
The NCAA tournament, she has averaged 17.8. So Tennessee with a 13-point lead, even though Davis is really off her offensive game.
She's also the MVP in the East Regionals.
Roundtree for 3. Highly unusual for her. She missed it badly. Fred comes out with a loop ball. She missed. Conklin with a rebound. Georgia right now seeming to rush everything. Still plenty of time to go. 15-18.
You can see Georgia has not picked up full court on any kind of man pressure defense or any kind of trapping. And there's an offensive rebound by Tennessee coming into this game. Pat Summitt talked about layup or setup. If they don't have the layup on a break situation, they can come back and set it up, make Georgia play defense.
Conklin, 4 for 4. Conklin has 14 points. And it's a 16-point game.
In the last game that Georgia played where they beat them, they had 8 3-pointers and Tennessee only had 1.
Tracy Henderson scores inside to cut it to 14. You get the feeling that right now Tennessee and Marciniak especially smell blood. A run here, they could put it away.
Oh, great
Marciniak
catch.
gets loose, missed a shot.
She missed a shot, but it's a great catch by her.
Roundtree, Holland, nice head fake. She has a 3. Got it. Kedra Holland, Kedra Holland, excuse me, a 41.5% long-range shooter, one of the best in the country.
Well, you can't count this Georgia team out, that's for sure. Last year in the regional finals against Colorado, Kedra Holland hit 4 3-pointers to bring them back to beat Colorado.
Tina Davis tries a touch shot. There's the miss. Irwin with a rebound. The foul will be on Tiffany Johnson.
It's pump fake right here by Holland to get the defense to go by her. She's all set up, plenty of time, and that's what you had talked about, Mike. Georgia had been rushing their shots, and they need more opportunities like that.
13:45 to go to a national title. They've got Irwin in there now, number 3. She's another good long-range shooter. Fred leans into one. Didn't get the bounce. Henderson. Tough offensive rebound, and Henderson now has a dozen.
With those long legs by Fred going down into the middle to get that shot off.
Got about halfway down the lane at a 45-degree angle. And they cut it to 9. Conklin.
Oh.
Boy, 4 for 4 from 3-point range, and then you hear one bang off the glass.
She rushed that one.
Henderson was open for a second. Irwin missed her. Now Irwin tries a 3. And the rebound to Davis.
I don't think it's a shot that Georgia really wanted. They should have stayed in their offense a little bit longer, but they have got this crowd back into it.
Andy Landers comes out to talk to Irwin. He has seen his team scratch and claw its way tonight. Tough way to start your season if you have a bat in your hand. Davis looking inside.
I'm sorry, Mike. The real difference I see for Georgia in this game, Saudi Roundtree, she's not having as much fun as she has in the other games that we've seen her. I mean, she's playing to the crowd, and she's happy, and we haven't seen that kind of emotion.
Tiffany Johnson got the bucket on the great feed from Marciniak. He's having a tremendous game. Fred missed a shot, got it back, hammered.
To Fred. Nice little move right there, side steps, gets open, and she misses a shot. Looks like Johnson gets a hand on it, and looks like a big block. Fred's excited.
7 minutes and 31 seconds of the second half.
Roundtree has gotten so much exposure being the Naismith Player of the Year, but Lakeisha Fret went to the World Championship this year and averaged over 18 points a game for the United States.
You saw her family enjoying her performance tonight, but Holdsclaw couldn't be counted to the other end. Shamiqua Holdsclaw has 11, and the lead is 11.
Tennessee has done a really good job after a made basket getting the ball out very quickly. And we talk about transition defense for Tennessee. Georgia has to do the same thing.
Roundtree somehow got it into Henderson, and Georgia certainly seems to have found their offense again after the period where they rushed everything.
The pressure was coming from defensively from Tennessee as far as the perimeter game, and they were having a tough time getting the ball into their post players.
Marciniak trying to take Bush. Conklin, nice feed inside, Holdsclaw. Couldn't get the roll, and Roundtree, the littlest player on the court, got up there for the board.
Henderson got a piece of that.
Fret spun out on her, and the rebound of Passion Thompson.
Well, it's hard for Georgia because we talk about their perimeter players are very good offensive rebounders, but when Fred is out there taking the shot, it takes her away from the offensive glass.
Approaching the 11-minute mark. Tennessee is led by as many as 16. Right now they're up by 9. And Roundtree in there trying to front Holdsclaw. For the walk it is.
Savon Holdsclaw, she has guarded every size player throughout this season, and she guarded Holdsclaw earlier in the year, and you see how aggressive she is. She makes Holdsclaw, uses a lot of hands, gets her away from the ball. They call it 3 seconds.
Roundtree, the team's leading scorer, leading assist, and also second leading rebounder, or third leading rebounder, excuse me. Marciniak nearly had another steal. Nice pass to get it to Fret. They'll go to Henderson again. Under pressure, she missed it. Davis with a rebound. 5 for Latina Davis. Knocked away from behind. Roundtree with a steal, then she's fouled by Conklin.
We're going to see the replay down here where you see Holdsclaw, again, working hard, the Georgia defense being all around, but Davis kept Roundtree by Conklin.
9-point lead. Roundtree trying to penetrate, then kicks it off to Bush. Her shot an air ball. Fret with a rebound. Didn't get the roll. Puts it up again. Fret really upset with herself after hustling so hard for the rebound and then blowing the shot.
Fred is really getting good shots at the basket. It's not falling for her. But also notice the Tennessee defense. They are shutting Roundtree off on the penetration and forcing her to kick it back out.
Boy, Marciniak getting mugged by Bush.
That's squaring up and a lot of body contact. And Marciniak's got to be careful, too. I don't think there's much, but Marciniak with that ponytail flying around, and she's just whipping her body around. I think the officials saw that it might have been a little rougher than it seemed.
That's a good point.
Just like a little foul. Yeah, and here to whip around.
Here's a whistle before the shot. It's going to be a hold. Locked in 5 fouls here in the second half. Waxman trying to drive against Fret. Rebound goes to Decker, but she threw it right to Holdsclaw. Offensive rebound, Thompson. And this is going to be Decker over the back.
Been killing Georgia on the offensive boards.
And they get a new 30 seconds, and this is Henderson with a reach-around foul. That's her third. That'll put him in the bonus, and Andy...
Trouble. She had 2 early in the first half where she did sit quite a bit. And she has played strong in the second half. I think she almost came out with an attitude that's like, this is my last game this year. I got to go out and play.
Thompson approaching. Missed the second one. Rebound goes to Fred. 62-52. Bulldogs need a bucket. Set shot by Decker. Short. Marciniak with a rebound.
When Georgia's taking those outside shots, they're going to the basket, but they just can't get inside or outside off those long rebounds.
Last 2:30, they have missed all 8 field goal opportunities. Holzclaw, nice hesitation step. Didn't get the roll. Thompson with a foul. All set up by the penetration. The lead's back to a dozen.
Well, Georgia better decide who is playing Passion Thompson as far as screening her off the boards. Somebody's got to step up defensively.
Tried to get it to Henderson. Nice catch to keep it from going out of bounds. But Henderson missed the shot. And Holzclaw with a long rebound. Decker nearly had it off the offensive glass.
Tennessee has made Georgia play the tempo of the game. They have slowed things down, make them play defense in the half court.
Marciniak tries to hit a 17-footer after she passed up to 3. Another rebound to Decker.
And this is what Georgia wants to do, is push it up the court.
Roundtree. Really off. They're just being hammered on the boards everywhere. Look at the offensive rebounds, 18 to 10 and 36 points to 20 inside.
That's the game right there. It is a lady ball right there to cut it off, so she has to feel like a champion. Things may not be going her way numbers-wise, but she's playing her heart out. And it's nice to see the ladies out there.
Johnson to inbound. They push it ahead to Marciniak. Marciniak goes right in. Called for travel.
She was the aggressor. She went after the shot. And that's what she has liked about her the 3 years that she has had her. She wants to take the last shot to win it or lose it.
Better than the 2-to-1 ratio assist to turnovers in the tournament. Henderson can't get the roll. The rebound to Conklin. Tennessee just owns the boards.
There was so much talk about the Stanford team that they had the big players inside, and Georgia did a great job against Stanford close players. But as you said, Tennessee with 2-3 players, they have owned it because they lost some big-time players last year.
Spinderella with a chance for a 3-point play.
Right here, she comes right back, little hesitation, and spins right past the defense, trying to get some help. No good.
Keegra Holland picks up her 3rd foul. Oh, that's sweet. 10 points for Marciniak. And Holzclaw loving every minute of it. 5 assists you see on the night. Marciniak doesn't get the bounce.
And Renee Laxton was in there, almost got an offensive rebound for Tennessee.
A lot of the Georgia players right now, I don't know if they're fatigued or not, but they're flat-footed underneath.
I think they're trying to make adjustments. I think the defense for Tennessee has really...
Roundtree fouled by Latina Davis. That's only the 6th team foul.
Tennessee playing the zone and Roundtree kind of standing up on top.
Holland missed the 3. Henderson, there's a good rebound, but she blew the layup.
What happens when Roundtree goes to the basket, she goes to the free throw line. And she's not going inside. She's a good rebounder, too, for this Georgia team. She needs to get close to the basket.
You may be less than 7 minutes away from a very loud version of Rocky Top if this holds. And Tiffany Johnson bangs another one in. 14 for Tiffany Johnson. That matches the largest lead of the game for Tennessee. Knocked away. Marciniak with the steal after Davis deflected it. And Pat Summitt says, slow it down. Let's burn some of that clock.
These two teams met in the semifinals last year with Tennessee winning 73-51 to put them in the championship game against Connecticut.
Conklin, top of the circle. This one's knocked away by Holland. Marciniak got it back. Holland got it back from her. The bucket and the foul. What a play by Holland.
By Andy Landers. Great hustle by Keegra Holland. She wants to get this team going. She's been shut out a little bit. Michelle Marciniak reaches back, but great finish. But he's going to get this team back into it.
Holland completes the 3-point play. 68-55. They have not lost a televised game this year. Holzclaw trying to beat Holland down court. Holland got a piece of it. They'll call the foul on Holland. And that's
back to the right side. She swings it back down low. Nothing but ball by Holland, but doesn't matter. Holzclaw's going to the line.
Holzclaw, 71% free throw shooter. Has a double-double tonight.
She has played with such poise as a freshman all season long.
They really need Roundtree now. Irwin, good 3-point shooter. That's a 3. Pam Irwin shoots. has a mandate from Andy Landers. If you're in the gym and you're open, shoot it. 70-58. Plenty of time left. 5:27. Jolly tries to go baseline. Little scoop shot. Pretty play by Kelly Jolly, the freshman from Sparta, Tennessee. Her first two. Holland for three. And they have to start falling now in strings.
No question. And that's a good shot by Holland. She has to stay in the game also. She's got 4 fouls, but Irwin's got to hit some shots. They're capable of doing it. If they miss, though, they've got to get some people under there for some offensive boards.
Right now, Pat Summer, a nice coaching move, has Marciniak getting a breather on the bench while they hang on to this lead. Tiffany Johnson now has 16 points.
Georgia has struggled all game long as far as what to do against Passion Thompson and Tiffany Johnson down low.
Irwin nicked the rim on the way by with a three, and now Tennessee will milk the clock.
Cam Irwin in that first game was 4 of 5 from three-point range. And when you're down as much as this, they were not down in their first game by as many points. And they made the big plays. They came up with a lot of rebounds, and they hit the three-point shots when they needed to. They've got to do it in this game.
Nice defense at the other end by Irwin. They'll get it in, and the basket by Tracy Henderson.
And that's a nice move by Henderson. She's got to be more aggressive going to the basket.
74-60, the foul.
In the tournament, she's shooting over 70% from the floor.
Missed the first, but 2 offensive rebounds, the basket, and the foul.
It's been so tough all year long, going to the free throw line, but in this game, it's been all Tennessee, and the reason being, going to the offensive glass, they're getting second and third and fourth shots at the basket, and this Tennessee team is compared, Pat Summitt feels, to the 87 team where nobody expected much out of them.
And Marciniak, the senior, you saw how thrilled she is. The chances of going out with a national title getting brighter all the time. Prudential storyline from Charlotte. Georgia has hit only 4 out of 18 from long range. It has been a shooting struggle for Saudia Roundtree. Tennessee, 42 points inside. And Shamiqua Oldclaw, 16 points, 14 boards.
And does it very quietly. You don't notice them in smart.
Time running out for Saudia Roundtree, the National Player of the Year, and her Georgia teammates.
And also give credit, we talked about this Tennessee defense as far as keeping the ball out of Roundtree's hands. We said early in the game that she's got to take a lot of shots.
Skip passes, they're trying for threes now. Bush with an air ball. Here's the follow by Henderson. Won't go, and Passion Thompson with another rebound. That's her 11th. The entire front line for Tennessee may end up in double figures in rebounds before we're finished. First meeting, they out-rebounded them 63-30, but lost. Davis got by Roundtree, foul on the way, and no basket. About this, but for those of you who are tuning in maybe for one of the few times to see the ladies play.
Won the national championship in 87, 89, 91, has been to 9 Final Fours in 15 years, and she is the queen.
She's only won 595 games coming in, right?
I mean,
22 years.
She can do anything. They talked to her about being governor of the state of Tennessee. She's got a brother that's in the state legislature, and it's like, well, what do you think? You could make some changes.
Davis with a reach in, trying to get the steal, comes out with it. It's all gone right for Tennessee, and they have certainly earned it tonight.
I think it's got to be gratifying for this team. A lot of people preseason picked them number 6 and even thought even longer. And she talked about the comparison in 87 when they had Sheila Frost and Bridget Gordon and great players, and they came back just overachievers and very determined to come back and win a championship.
And think about this, number 6 in the SEC wouldn't be bad at all. There's Davis scoring again. They love to drive the right side. Latina Davis with 7. And the only thing in doubt right now is the final score. It's 81-60, Lady Vols.
See the defense by Tennessee. This time, Saudia Roundtree finally went through on the zone. She's been standing up top, and has not been cutting very much. And she's been there quite a few times.
Been there, done that. Tennessee now just trying to play keep away. Sponsored championship tournaments. The 6th time in the championship game. Of course, they lost last year to Connecticut in the title game. And 87, 89, 91, you can now add 96 to that list for Pat Summitt and the Lady Vols. Bush and Marciniak playing this ride.
Great supporters, as all the Lady Vols supporters are.
Balanced performance they have turned in tonight, and especially on defense, they've been so tough.
No question. Georgia really has struggled with their shot selections. We're not hitting their outside shots. They are a good shooting team, but Tennessee's defense really stifled them. And Georgia's defense never got going.
No. A team that seems to feed off of some of those easy buckets, and they didn't get any. Shot clock at 9. Here comes the double team. And
our head coaches that have played for us.
That's remarkable.
And you look at Al Brown.
4 is on the court, and Tracy Walls, number 50. And there's the rebound to Tiffany Walker.
You've really got to give credit to all the teams that came back to the Final Four. And for Georgia to come into the championship game, they had a mission all year long. Things didn't go their way in this final game, but they had a fabulous year. Everybody will be back except Saudi Roundtree. I tell you, they love each other now.
Jolly still on the court. She gives it up to Lori Milligan, who's checked in for the first time. Misty Green is also out here. And Kim Smallwood trying to get everybody in, and Milligan trying to get in the stat book. Smallwood with a rebound, and she is fouled. Summitt joins a rather elite group. The master, John Wooden, with 10. The greatest coaching job in any sport at any time there will ever be. Adolph Rupp had 4 for Kentucky. Pat Summitt wins her. Free throw is missed.
And win a bunch more championships.
And I'm sure her opponents in the coaching profession believe you are absolutely right. They would like to wave her off into retirement. That's it. Tennessee has won the national championship.
Marciniak and to head coach Pat Summitt. Congratulations.
I thought they were pretty great. I enjoyed watching the game. I saw every play, and I've seen a lot of the tournament, and I want to congratulate Coach Summitt and Michelle and the whole team. They were just fabulous.
Thank you, President Clinton. We're excited, and we're excited that you've watched and that you've made this call. It's special for us.
Mr. President.
A tribute to you and the whole program, and I have an extra dose of gratitude because you've made Vice President Gore so happy.
You tell him thanks for his facts. We got it. We appreciate he and Tipper taking time to send us that. And Governor Sundquist is here today, so it's a big day for Tennessee.
Final Four.
Feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky turn upside down. I feel my heart starts to tremble whenever you're around. Whenever you're
memories, and we at ESPN were proud to bring them to you. Wonderful memories, especially for Michelle Marciniak and the Tennessee Lady Vols. Charlotte, North Carolina, thank you very much. A tremendous Final Four. Baseball coming up at the top of the hour. We'll see you on down the road, everyone. Take care.